Oh man, I'm so excited for this. This is the LEGO Optimus Prime set number is 10302. It was released back in June 2022 and retailed for about $180. Still available, so don't worry about missing out. And the set includes 1,508 pieces and is quite the behemoth. Transformers is one of my favorite lines. I collect most of the Transformer Funko Pops. I have all the retro series, at least all the G1 ones. And so yeah, when this set got leaked and eventually announced, I was so stoked that I had to get this as soon as I could. So without further ado, let's get it straight into this review. So firstly, before I get into the build itself, I just wanted to go over the accessories. First up, we have the Ion Cannon Blaster here. His Energon Axe. That might not be the right name, but his axe. We got his Energon Cube. We got the Jetpack. And lastly, a display stand for Optimus. A lot of accessories, but not a lot to really talk about. But for the set itself, this man is a behemoth, like I said. This man is really tall and it's really awesome to look at. There's a little 360 perspective of Optimus himself, and there's just a lot of cool details, a lot of great angles and everything. Let's get a close up here. This man is beautiful. Oh my god. Nice little thing here is that his front windows open up to reveal the matrix of leadership, which actually clips in pretty nicely. It's not the most secure connection, but it does hold, and the windows just add a nice little seal to it. He has a somewhat of a good range of shoulder articulation that's able to rotate 360. His elbows rotate around as well, and he has wrist swivels as well as finger swivels as well. So for a build like this, he has a good range of articulation. The head swivels around like this, up and down, and can even go backwards, but that's mostly for the transformation. The front flap does also open up, but also for transformation purposes. Let's move his arm, and there's some waist joints as well. Not a whole lot of connection, not the most secure thing as well, but his knees twist. There is no knee joints, which was a complaint about from a lot of people, but I don't think it's an issue. And he also has foot movement as well. The toes can move up and down, and he also has a pivot as well. The waist swivels around as well. And overall, there's a whole lot of articulation. Going back to the accessories, we have his Ion Blaster here, which fits into his arm right there. On either arm, there's a little divot and two studs on top, which connects to the back of the blaster, and the trigger itself fits perfectly into his hand. His axe, on the other hand, well, goes on the other hand. So what you want to do with this one is you want to take the hand, put it all the way down, and there's a little axle connection joint in the middle there, and that's where you want to stick the axe in. Here's a little closer look. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah. And you just stick it in, and it stays in, making Optimus a little bit more decked out with weaponry. Over on the back here, you can see these little clip connectors on the back here. That's where you want to be able to take the jetpack. See these hooks right here? That's where you want to take the jetpack and clip it in for a nice secure connection. It gives him a little bit more bulk as well, which is pretty cool. The jetpack engines also swivel around as well, moving whichever direction you want. Now for the next fun part, and an impressive thing about this build is the transformation process. So you want to start out with these legs here. There's a little clip and connector. Put that together and move the feet downwards as well. Lift the flap up, move the hands as well. And I'm moving the arms up here, but I don't think you have to do that this early on, but it should be easily accessible because you do need to turn them around a whole 180. Which then you want to move the body all the way up a good 90 degrees. And this is where the head thing comes down. Fits nicely into the little back crevice. Lift these motor engines up. Now this is where you want to move these arms back as well. Move the shoulders back, both sides. There's no real secure connection on this, unfortunately, but once you move the arms in, you should be good. Let me just speed this up. Do that on both sides. Once you got that down, you want to move the hands inward. And there should be a nice little space for the hands to just stay in. And then lastly, final thing, you want to connect the little clips, the studs here, and then should be securely placed in there, and you're done. You have the truck mode for Optimus, which I actually pretty love. It just feels really impressive for a truck build, especially for Lego. Yeah, I just love the little heft, the little bulk to this truck mode, and honestly, if I got a second one, I would display one in robot mode, and I would display one in a car mode. He also has a nice bit of storage as well on the back. But you want to take the blaster here, move the trigger up, and then hook it into the little hole in between the legs. And that actually has a nice secure fit to it. You can also take the jetpack and connect it to the legs up top here, which, yeah, weapon storage. Pretty cool. The wheels are nice and smooth as well, and this is a really good vehicle for Lego. Display stand, Energon Cube, axe. Unfortunately, yeah, there's nowhere else to put the axe. And, or I guess if you wanted to, you could put the Energon Cube on top of the jetpack. There's a few studs there, but that's up to you. Overall, for $180, this is, I'd say, a really good deal for what you get. And this is the first Transformer that we get. Hopefully we'll get more. And yeah, this is probably one of my favorite sets of all time, even among Star Wars. So yeah, that'll do it for today's episode, this build and review. I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.